Hello students, today I am going to explain some more questions from the atomic structure. In this I am going to include the graphical questions also, in which some graphs will be given. You have to identify all the principles will be included, whatever we have studied in atomic structure like photoelectric effect, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle and de Broglie wavelength, all these are included in these graphs. We have to identify. Okay students, now the first one, which of the following is not correctly matched? In this, first one is kinetic energy of photoelectron is drawn against the frequency of incident light. Kinetic energy and frequency of incident light. If we increase the energy of incident light, energy is nothing but E is equal to h nu. Energy and nu are directly related. If we increase the energy of incident light, the kinetic energy of the photoelectron will be increasing. They are directly related because the work function will not change. So, this graph is a correct one, and if we draw between energy of photon and wavelength of incident light, these are inversely related. So, this is also a correct graph, and de Broglie wavelength and 1 by potential difference giving a positive slope. This is also correct because de Broglie wavelength is equal to h by under root 2 m eV. So, these are, it is 1 by potential difference. So, this gives a positive slope according to this equation. Now, coming to D. This is from the Moseley's experiments. That is, in Moseley's experiment, he says that under root of nu is equal to A into Z minus B. This is the frequency and Z is the atomic number and A and B are the constants. This frequency and Z are directly related, so it should give a positive slope. But this graph, it is giving a negative slope. This is not the correct one. So, the answer is D for this question. Okay students. Now, let us see the next question students. It is de Broglie wavelength of two particles A and B are plotted against under root of 1 by V, where V is the potential associated with particles A and B, and what is the relation between their masses? That is the question asked in this. From these graphs, we should get what is the relation between masses of A and B. Here, the relation between lambda and 1 by V is given according to this equation. Lambda is equal to 1 by h by under root of 2m eV. Here, under root of 1 by eV is taken as constant. So, and h is also constant. So, then what is the relation between lambda and m? They are inversely proportional. Lambda is inversely proportional to the mass of the particles. So, here for this, for A, the de Broglie wavelength is greater than that of B. So, the mass of B will be greater than the mass of A. So, in these options, B is the correct one, where MB is greater than MA. Next question is, which of the following graphs correctly represent the speed of electron in the hydrogen atom as a function of principal quantum number? What is the relation between the speed of revolving electron and the principal quantum number? When the electron moves away from the nucleus, the speed of the electrons will decrease. Okay? So, U, the velocity of the electron, is inversely proportional to the principal quantum number. Now, these two graphs 3 and 4, they are showing the direct relationship between velocity and the principal quantum number. So, these are not the correct graphs, and among 1 and 2, this is coming down abruptly. So, this is also not correct. The first line, the slow decrease in the velocity with the increase of principal quantum number is the correct option. So, option A is the correct one for this question. Next question is, The orbital represented by psi 4, 2, 0 is, what is that orbital? This psi represents an orbital. Okay. So, the first number represents the principal quantum number. So, n is equal to 4 and the second number represents the azimuthal quantum number. So, L is equal to 2 and 0 represents the ml value of that orbital. Now, 4 L is equal to 2 means it is a d orbital, ml value 0 means it is dz square orbital. For z square orbital ml value is 0. So, the answer is A for this question. In this question, the sum of two quantum numbers n plus L for unpaired electrons in third excited state of chlorine 17. The atomic number of chlorine is 17 and what is the answer for this question? The electronic configuration we have to see and the third excited state we have to write the number of electrons present in each and every orbital. Chlorine EC electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5 and 3d0. No electrons in d orbital. Now, the third excited state is, in this 3s electrons and 2 paired electrons will get unpaired in third excited state. So, in the third excited state 3s orbital has 1 electron, 3p orbitals also have single electron and 3d orbitals have 3 electrons. 3 paired electrons will get unpaired from s and p orbitals in third excited state of chlorine. So, 1 electron in s, 3s orbital and 3 electrons in 3p orbital and 3 electrons in 3d orbital. We have to calculate n and l values for this. 3s, for 3s what is n and l value? 3 plus 0, it is 3. For 3p orbitals, 3 into p value, L value for p orbital is 1 and how many electrons? 3 electrons. So, it is 3 3s are 9 for this and for this is for 3p orbital. Next, for 3d electrons, 3 into d value, L value for d is 2 and how many d electrons? 3 electrons. So, 3 2s are 6, 6 3s are 18. So, we have to add all of this, we get 30, 3 plus 9 plus 18 comes as 30. So, the answer is D for this question. The next question is, students, the d orbital having maximum electron density along the axis. This question is based on the orientation of orbitals. Orientation of orbitals in D subshell. We know that D, xy, yz and xz orbitals are oriented in between the axis like this. These are oriented in between the axis D, xy, yz and xz. But d x square minus y square is along the axis. It is oriented along the x and y axis. And dz square is a diffused dot shaped one. So, in the question, the electron density along the axis, the maximum electron density along the axis is for d x square minus y square orbital. This is the d x square minus y square. So, the answer is A for this question. The de Broglie wavelength of a proton at 27 degrees Celsius is lambda. What is its value at 927 degrees Celsius? That is the question. Have we seen any relation between the temperature and de Broglie wavelength? In any formula we have not seen the relation between wavelength and temperature. Now, how to calculate this? Here lambda is equal to h by under root 2 EkM. Ek is nothing but kinetic energy. So, kinetic energy is directly proportional to the absolute temperature, which is equal to kT. Kinetic energy, according to kinetic molecular theory of gases, kinetic energy of gas molecules is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. So, Ke is equal to kT. We can substitute kT here in this formula. Lambda is equal to h by under root 2 kTm. Now, we have to find out the ratio of lambda at 27 degrees to lambda at 927 degrees Celsius. Lambda 1 divided by lambda 2, which is h by root 2 kTm divided by h by root kTm. So, let us write to the upside. It is under root 2 kT2 T1 m by h. So, h and h gets cancelled. Root 2 k and m also gets cancelled. The remaining are root T2 by root T1. So, lambda 1 by lambda 2 is equal to T2. What is the temperature? T2 is 927 degrees Celsius. It should be converted into Kelvin. 927 plus 273. It will be 1200 and divided by, it is under root, divided by 27 plus 273, which is 300, which is also under root. So, 300, 4 times 1200. So, under root lambda 1 by lambda 2 is equal to root of 4. Then, which is equal to 2. Therefore, lambda 1 is equal to lambda 2 into 2. Lambda 1 is equal to lambda 2 into 2, or lambda 2 is equal to lambda 1 by 2. This is the answer for this question. The B is the correct option for this question. So, students, I have explained different types of problems in this video. All these problems will be useful to write all the entrance examinations like JEE Mains and NEET, and also for the advanced examinations. And I am going to upload many videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you.